Well, good morning. Thank you for joining us today on this Reboot webinar, as we're calling it. And if you haven't joined us live, but you're watching this recorded version, well, good morning or good afternoon or good evening. But thanks to you as well for taking the time out of your day to join us and watch this presentation as well. If we haven't had a chance to meet before, my name's Jeff Habercroft. I'm the Vice President at Consumer Choice Award. And joining me behind the scenes, I know they're logged in, is Dave and Karen, who you all know very well. Or if you're a first-time winner, they're the ones at least who got you here to watch this anyways. So hello to Dave and Karen as well behind the scenes. So as you have joined, and you would have seen a screen behind you, we've called this the Reboot webinar. I know a couple months ago when I did this first webinar for the St. John's winners, I had talked about a month prior to the original launch of this, I had a plane ticket and I was really looking forward to getting to St. John's, and boy, how things have changed. Well, here we are another 8 weeks later, and I guess things continue to change. Something that we've talked about here in where I'm at in Toronto is buzzwords around phases and stages. And I know in St. John's it's levels, and seems to be, no matter what province you're in or city, that seems to be the topic. When are we going to the next level? What's the next phase or stage look like? So I appreciate you joining us here today, no matter what phase or stage or level that you're at right now and how that affects your business. I'm really appreciative of the fact that you've taken the time of the day to join us and watch this. So the hardest part of these presentations is always the technical aspects of this. I'm going to try to move this to a share screen so then you can see what I see as I give this presentation. So in a minute, I'm probably going to disappear a little bit, probably a little bit smaller on the screen. So today is a presentation. I'm going to walk you through a PowerPoint deck that we've put together, and I'm going to talk about why we put this together and why we are in fact doing a reboot. Well, 8 weeks ago when we launched this market, or I think it's probably in around 8 weeks now, we had talked about the changes that we're going to be making as we go forth across Canada to all the markets that we're actively in. We have made some significant changes since then. I'm going to walk you through probably some things that you've seen before that will ring familiar and that we continue to do, but I'm also going to talk a little bit about why we've made these changes. So by now, you've probably seen a couple times part of these presentations where we talk about who we are at Consumer Choice Award and how it is that you've won. We would have put a video that was part of this registration for you to watch that. You can also reach out to Dave or Karen at any time if you do have any questions to, who are we at Consumer Choice Award and how is it that you won? They'll be more than happy to answer those questions. But for today, I'm going to get right into the meat of it, so to speak. The hardest part is always the presentation. So in past presentations, and the one that I did 8 weeks ago, I did share this slide. And just for context, I'm going to share it again. So what is our business model at Consumer Choice Award? Well, we reward consumer preferred businesses. We find our winners, or we designate our winners through our third-party selection partners. Our selection process has always been at arm's length. Really, it just solely relies on your great reputation in the marketplace through the research that our selection partners do. And lastly, we provide innovative marketing only to our winners. Our business model hasn't changed. Through our third-party selection partners, we find award-winning companies as chosen by consumers, and we help tell the story of those companies to their audience through innovative marketing. Now, just to sort of step back a little bit, well, what has changed? Well, and I talked a bit about this 8 weeks ago, but it is more true today than it was back then. As we ventured forward when COVID first hit, we had the discussion, well, how are we going to treat our markets that we've just launched? And really what it came down to is no matter what we do and how we communicate and the timing of everything, it all comes down to the success of our winners is paramount. Without our winners, there is no Consumer Choice Award. So then what? Well, ultimately it came down to, we felt and we still feel that we have a role to play in the companies that win our award. So what role can we play? Well, 8 weeks ago, we decided that maybe one of the greatest advantages that you have as being a Consumer Choice Award winner is the information that's available to you through us. We can be a great resource to you, and we have been a great resource to thousands of companies coast to coast during this time, because we have an understanding of what other companies are doing to either advertise at the present time or help prepare themselves for their phase, stage, level, and their doors to reopen. So we felt that we can be a great resource to our winners during this time and present day, and obviously moving forward. And lastly, what can we do tactically to ensure that you remain the consumer choice in the eye of the consumer for when life returns for your business? And essentially, that's what I'm going to walk you through here today, is what are the initiatives and elements that we have put together and we have changed to the role that we could play in the lives of our winners. So I'm going to jump right into it. And this is what we have called our marketing programs. And we have changed our marketing programs this year because of COVID. We typically, in any given market, we have upwards of 10 to 15 different programs at all different levels and all different pricing. Well, for this present time, we have really honed in on what we feel are the initiatives that will work best for our winners to help promote their brand and differentiate themselves from their competitors. And so we've brought this down to 5 very simple programs. We don't have fancy names to them. They are levels 1, 2, 3, plus our trademark and signature programs. And that's what I'm going to walk you through here today, is what are our programs. I also, before I get right into it, I do want to talk about, typically in these presentations, I give an idea of what is or what are the things that we offer, and then Dave and Karen will follow up with you on pricing. Throughout this, we are going to make right up front, because this is a reboot, what our pricing is. And why we're doing that as well is because I hope that you can understand through this process as well, what else could be the role that consumer choice award could play in your lives. Well, we felt it is our duty, our obligation to make sure that pricing right now is not a barrier for someone to be able to participate in our programs. So not only you'll find that we have significantly added to our programs, but we've also significantly decreased our pricing. That is for this year only. But again, we feel it is our role that we don't want pricing during these times to prevent anyone from participating in our programs. So our trademark program, and also typically we don't normally talk about trademark as being a program. That is just something that is, and it does have a value. Now, before I get into the pricing of what the trademark is, I do want to share with you some examples of how winners in previous years and historically have been using our trademark. This is a great little video compilation that our team put together. We ran a contest a couple years ago on social media to ask winners to showcase how they're using our logo. So it was a social media contest, so the majority of examples are through social media, but I hope this will give you some really great examples to how you can now take our logo and differentiate yourself on all channels to your customer base. So some great examples within that video compilation of how winners are using our logo. Again, most of those were on social media. But again, this is something for you to use to differentiate yourselves in the eye of your customer. This is, put it on your trucks if you have them, your storefront, your website, invoices. Another great one that a winner told me in the past is that putting it on estimates and quotes. As a service provider, estimates and quotes serve one purpose only to a consumer, and that is for comparison stakes. You're going to provide an estimate or a quote, and a consumer is going to compare that to someone else. But having our logo on that estimate, you and you alone are going to be the estimate that's going to show the consumer you're the company that other consumers have said is the best at what you do. And I know that many of our winners, they may not necessarily be the least expensive in town, but they are definitely the best. And to add that reinforcement of that purchase decision, especially as a service provider, customers, if it's a service that they're using and it's not an everyday decision, they don't want to necessarily go with who the least expensive is. They want to have reassurance that they're choosing the best. And often that is solidified by them seeing that Consumer Choice Award seal of approval. Shortly after this market will come to sort of a selling end, which is probably going to be in and around Labor Day in September. We're going to be doing a press release. This press release will announce all our winners online. The purpose of this really is for your own online benefits. We do this press release through a company called AccessWire. AccessWire is one of the top 100,000 sites worldwide for daily traffic, meaning content on these press releases is extremely favored by the search engines. So we're going to put out a press release that's going to have all your information and as well as your website. Having your URL, your website on this press release, it's a nice little check mark as it relates to the search engines or Google's algorithms to how they organically rank companies. And that really is one of the greatest benefits to this press release. Having your URL out there on sites such as AccessWire is going to help you gain better real estate on that front page of the search engines when consumers are searching for your services. Additionally, what a great way to validate your win. This is coming from a third party. It's Consumer Choice Award, announcing the fact that, yes, you are the Consumer Choice Award winner. We'll send you this link, and we've seen winners use this on their email signatures, the news or about us sections of their websites, put it out on social media, and it's a great way to validate the fact, because consumers are skeptical, that yes, you are the Consumer Choice winner in your category. So our trademark program, we have significantly dropped this price almost by half. We have put this down to $14.95. And I also want to identify that we have, in addition to decreasing our prices, we've done a couple things as it relates to payment. This payment structure that I'll walk through on this slide applies for all the other programs. And that is, for any payment in full, there's a further 5% discount on that price. And if a full payment is not something you're able to do, we'll allow 6 monthly payments at no interest for all programs as well. And so obviously, the higher the price program, the greater the savings, if that's something that you have an opportunity to do. And lastly, I just want to, I've mentioned a couple of these words a couple times already, but the trademark program, we truly believe there's no greater differentiator available to you today than the Consumer Choice Award seal of approval. You and you alone are the only company who gets to use this. And lastly, there's no stronger reinforcement of that purchase decision in the eye of the consumer. Consumers want to do business with a company other consumers have said are the best at what they do, and only you can make that claim. So we hope that this trademark program and anything and above sets you off and helps you as you move forward. The signature program is where I'm going to spend most of the time today because it really starts, this is where we take a significant jump in value, and it also identifies all the initiatives that you only can get through being a Consumer Choice Award winning company. This is unique content provided to you as tools to help you in your marketplace. So first and foremost, we start with a custom winner video. We have a 30-second branded video that we do each year. It's a new one each year, but we provide it to every one of our winners starting at the signature program. Our winners love these videos. This video comes from a template, but it allows you in certain elements to customize it as it best suits your needs. So first and foremost, we have different color palettes. Typically what we take is we take your logo and then we match certain thematics throughout to the Pantones of that. We take keywords in certain areas that you provide to us, unique selling propositions, 50 years family owned and operated, 14-year Consumer Choice Award winner, other services you may offer that you'd like to highlight, and as well as at the beginning, there are some language, there's some language that you could change as well. You'll see, I think in this video, it says amazing. You can change that word to reputable, strong, good, whatever it is that you may want. And lastly, the music. I'm showing this one example. This isn't necessarily the only music we offer. And the reason I sort of have a bit of a smirk on my face as I talk about this, I'm often reminded when I show this video for the first time in a market, I had a winner tell me after I loved the video, but it's simply something I cannot use. I was taken aback. I inquired why, and he said, well, we're the funeral home winner, and it's a little too upbeat for us. So rest assured, The music as well, we have different music options for you to choose as well to best suit your brand and services. So all that being said, let me show you the 30-second video that we provide to each of our winners this year. I love this year's video, and it never seems like it's 30 seconds. In fact, that was 32 seconds. So as you can see, we brand it and customize it best to suit your brand and your company. There's areas that you can put in your own specific information. And lastly, there's a great call to action at the end. And I could tell you, when we provide this video to you for you to put on your website, your social media pages, anywhere else that you'd feel appropriate, perceptually, in the eye of a consumer, having a video like this over your competitors' sites who may not have a video gives you such an advantage. And also, your website is your front line of sales. As a service provider, your website is where keenly interested customers are going to check you out. And having this video greet them, not only does it validate you as an award winner, it really puts you head and shoulders above your competitors. And lastly, I know as a consumer, I'll watch a video for 30 seconds before I'll ever spend 30 seconds reading bulleted text of that same information. So it's a great way to really engage and capture any prospective lead. So video is very popular, and that's where we start with the signature program. Our web page profile, we create a full landing page on our site for all our winners. I'm going to show you a video that talks about the highlights to this page, but I'm also going to tell you that more and more customers, more and more winners each and every day continue to use our web page profile of them over their own websites to where they're driving traffic. And I'm going to highlight to you all those benefits, and then you'll get a great understanding why that is. So it's a video that highlights all the key features. I'm going to just go through these quickly, but I'm also going to encourage you to go to our website and take your own time to go through these web page profiles to get a better understanding of them. Simply go to ccaward.com, go to our winners, and go to any market, probably St. John's is where you're going to go, and take a look at the pages of how we are profiling our winners. But just as a quick summary, what are the key features and the benefits to you? Well, award validation. If you're going to use our logo on your website, please link it to this web page profile. Not only does it just simply validate you as an award winner, and customers are skeptical. They are going to, if they see an award or an icon, they're going to hover over it and see if they could click on it. And they'll click on it, and this will validate that, yes, you are the Consumer Choice Award winner. But more to that, also searchability. So having your information linked to, you linking your page to this page, which has your URL, and therefore, conversely, it's linked back to your page. Much like the press release, this helps with your organic ranking. Google recognizes that you are linked and we are linked to you, and that's called backlinking. And that is a great benefit to you as a nice little check mark in that algorithm that Google uses to identify who should be ranked higher as it relates to people searching for your services. And really, that's what it's all about. We want to make sure, and these are two little initiatives, the press release and these page profiles, that as the eyeballs search that Google ranking, that you are at that top for customers seeking your services. Contact information, so you can see they're sort of there in the middle, and you'll see we've got all your information, your address, your phone number, a website, as well as you've got multiple locations. We have map features that identify that as well. A custom video, so of course, not only are we going to provide the video to you for your own use, but it's a great video. We're going to put it on this page as well. And what's great about that is that if someone's on your page and clicks back to this, or they land on this page and then they go to your site, thematically it's the same with the same messaging. This video is greeting them in two different places. Enhanced SEO, so in that first beginning paragraph, we really embed keywords specific to your industry or how consumers search for your services. So there's certain keywords for looking for the best home builder in St. John's. We've embedded that so that as it relates to search engine optimization, this page also hopefully will show up on that front page of Google as well. It has a very easy flow to it. It tells the story from top to bottom as a consumer scrolls through. Now, the next two initiatives really is where I believe it takes a significant leap in value. And to me, this is the primary reason. These are the primary reasons why our winners are using this page exclusively over their own corporate website. It's the contact form, a CCA lead. So that blue bar you see, and as you go and check out these page profiles, that bar remains static as consumers land on this page. And it's a contact form. And this is a great way to capture that lead. And if a consumer is on this page about you, they are a hot lead. People don't land on your pages or our page about you simply browsing the internet. They are researching. They are searching for your services. As a service provider, that's how they're going to land on these pages. They're going to be looking for you, keenly interested in the services you provide. So now they've come to this page and they see all this great information about you. There's a form that remains, a very easy form that says choose the best, be in touch with, and it's your company. They simply put in their name, their email address, a message if they like, they press send, and immediately into your inbox, the inbox you've identified that you want to receive these leads, pops up an email labeled Consumer Choice Award lead. So you know that's a hot lead. Great, great feature. And lastly, that's not a typo. It says WOMO reviews. And I'm going to get into that now over the next couple slides. So we've created a tool as it relates to customer engagement. Many of you have probably heard about this before. I'm going to highlight just the really key components to this, but I encourage you, if you do have questions, to speak to Dave and Karen about it. So we developed a program. It's available to all our winners for as long as they're a Consumer Choice Award winner. It's called WOMO. It stands for Word of Mouth Online. There's always a mouthful. Word of Mouth Online. And really, it's a great way to get engaged with your customers and build your online reputation. That's a mouthful as well, cloud-based customer management console. Really what that means is it's an online program. It's an online platform. You simply sign in the same you would online banking, Spotify, Facebook, whatever it might be. It's just an account that you have access to that you sign in for and you manage. And what is it that you're able to do? Well, via the WOMO dashboard, you have the opportunity to send emails to any customer immediately following any transaction of services, asking them to how likely they would be to refer you. In addition to, you don't necessarily have to just go into WOMO to do this. You can also put a link that you receive from WOMO on all of your email signatures as well, saying all of your email signatures, the email signatures of all staff if you'd like. So you can continuously be asking any customer at any given point how likely they would be to refer you. And so that's great to find out that if a customer is likely or not likely to refer you, and they're going to give an answer that they're not likely or they're extremely likely, anywhere from 0 to 10. So what does that all mean? Well, you're going to get feedback. You're going to get feedback that is either a positive review or negative feedback. And so how does that work? Well, if a customer clicks on a 0 through 7, we call that a negative feedback, a red alert. And that's going to come into your inbox and you're going to be alerted that you were just given a negative feedback. You may say a 7 isn't so bad, but as a business owner, you know if you were given a 7 out of 10, there was some issue along the way to prevent you from getting that 10 out of 10. And you're going to want to know what it is. So you have the ability now, if someone gives, on the customer end, when they give a 0 through 7, a little pop-up comes up that says, we're sorry you had a less than positive experience. Can you please describe any issues you had? And immediately you're going to get that feedback about that negative experience that customer had, allowing you to turn that negative to a positive. What a fantastic tool. Otherwise, without prompting a customer, who knows where they're going to go and share the word about that negative experience they had, never allowing you the opportunity to turn that wrong to a right. So really great. Now, I know as an award-winning company, you probably are receiving the majority of your reviews, if not all, as positive. So if someone gives you an 8, 9, or 10, a pop-up's not going to show up saying, please describe any issues. A 10 and a 10 doesn't have any issues. This is where it gets really cool. If an 8, 9, or 10, a different pop-up appears saying, we're thrilled you had a positive experience. Would you mind sharing with us what made it such a great experience today? And they're going to write a great review. Well, it was the best experience I ever have. And what's great about this great review that they're going to write, it gets automatically posted to your Consumer Choice Award webpage profile as a verified review. Now, not only are you having great engagement with your customer base, but you're taking advantage of your great customer service to help build your online reputation. And so this is why this webpage profile of you is so valuable. Verified reviews, great testimonials, and it's a great site to drive any interested customer to. So this is part of the section where we would typically say if this was an infomercial. It's maybe starting to feel like that already, but wait, there's more. This year, in addition to what we typically have offered in our signature program, we have added some online elements to help promote your brand. We feel that, again, our role to play is not just equipping you with the tools, but really making sure that you are out there and identified as the Consumer Choice Award winning company. So this year only within the signature program, we're adding a couple elements. YouTube. So YouTube, we're going to take this great video we create for you and we're going to put it on YouTube as pre-roll advertisement. Why we've chosen to do YouTube, and the next slide I'm going to talk about Google display ads, is right now there is something happening online. As everyone is working from home or simply home or going to be starting working from remotely, online usage is through the roof. Conversely, right now, local advertising is down. So there is an opportunity to be had. Online usage is way up, so your audience, your customer base is online a lot more often, and your competitors or advertising, local advertising as it relates to targeting your customers is down. So we want to play a role and make sure that you take advantage of this opportunity and perhaps take a greater share of the market. And if not that, even in its simplest forms, we want to just make sure that we can get your message out there in front of the right audience, regardless of your competitors or not, but really helping you prepare to hit the ground running. So we're going to put this video on YouTube. We're going to make sure this gets in front of who you want to be, where you want to be, and when you want to be. We build this program based on information you provide to us. So who? You'll tell us, maybe I only want my video to run on IP addresses within a 10-kilometer radius from your store, or all of St. John's, or specific postal codes. We'll take care of that for you. Sorry, that was the where. The who is the demographics. You tell us who your tailored audience is. Well, I only want to be in front of an audience of females 18 to 34, or males 55 plus, or all adults 55 plus. And we'll make sure that your video runs as pre-roll ads in front of that right demographic. Google owns YouTube and they have a great understanding of data. They know the videos that cater to different demographics. It'll only show up on the IP addresses as identified by you as your geographical boundaries, and we'll run this campaign at the timing best for you. Similarly, we're going to run ads for you on Google Display Network. So obviously building on those same filters, who and where, we're going to create some really engaging ads and put it in front of your tailored audience. This is how ads are bought and sold today. You're going to tell us again who your geographic and demographic targets are, and we're going to make sure that these great creative ads get in front of the right person at the right time with the right message. And how it all comes together, so we have significantly decreased the costs of our signature program, and we have added great elements in. So in addition to all those elements along that left-hand side about the video, WOMO, webpage profile, all these great initiatives that give you the tools, we're going to be telling your story over an 8-week period on both of Google Display Network and YouTube with guarantees. We're going to guarantee that our display ads on Google Display Network are going to be seen over 500,000 times. We're going to provide 500,000 impressions to a very tailored audience over that 8-week period. Meaning, at the end of 8 weeks, if we haven't hit that impression count, we're going to keep running those ads until we do. And the same goes for YouTube. We're going to continue running those ads until 5,000 complete views, that's 2,500 a month, are seen. Meaning, if someone decides to skip ad, which many people do, that doesn't count. We're going to keep running that ad in front of a tailored audience until 5,000 complete views or clicks on that video are achieved. Amazing value, tremendous savings. And again, this is part of what we feel is our role to play in the lives of our Consumer Choice Award-winning companies. So the next few slides I'm going to go through, really I'm going to go through them a little quicker because everything now just builds upon the signature program with added weight to the online and extended time. But again, everything that I'm going to walk you through continues along that theme to making sure that you stand out amongst your competitors in your marketplace and that you are clearly identified as the customer's choice in your market. So level one. Level one, simply now we introduce Facebook. I mentioned before about online usage being up. It can't be any more true than for social media. Social media engagement is through the roof. And as I mentioned, that's coupled with local advertising being down. There is an opportunity for you to get out in front of your audience easier and a lot more often with your message. So with Facebook, we're going to put great sponsored ads by Consumer Choice Award profiling your business directly in that feed of the news that a customer will see on their account. Facebook's the #2 site for daily traffic behind Google, but it's #1 for mobile usage and #1 for engagement, being time spent on site. It is a great opportunity right now for you to build your brand on this platform. And so level one, now we increase our price, but now we're also greatly increasing our weight and initiatives. So now we move from an 8-week campaign to a 12-week campaign for 3 initiatives. So now we go from 8 weeks and 500,000 impressions on Google Display Network to 12 weeks and a full 1 million impressions. That's over 333,000 impressions per month to a tailored audience on Google Display Network ads. We go to 750,000 impressions on Facebook. That's 250,000 impressions a month and 7,500 views. This is just shy of 2 million impressions over a 3-month period to a very tailored audience. We are definitely going to make sure that you are out there in front of the right customer and they're going to see you often. And the great thing about online ads, you can click on it. Unlike the back of a bus or a billboard, you can't click on those. We can drive traffic directly to your Consumer Choice Award webpage profile, closing that lead. And great savings with great value. Level 2, so level 2, again, we continue to build, but this time we introduce Instagram. Instagram is owned by Facebook, so building on those same filters and to that tailored audience, we're going to get you out with a great compelling ad on Instagram. What's great about Instagram is obviously we're going to create a really, really dynamic creative, an ad for you. But below that ad, you have the opportunity to tell your story through really nice copy. We're going to highlight all your key services, who you are. We can include hashtags, really build something special that you can really get in front of a new audience and also strengthen current relationships as well as we promote your brand. And so in addition to that, now we take a jump also with level 2 within as it relates to video services. Within the video that we offer you within the signature program, that's a template. Within level 2 and 3, which I'll get to, we take that branded, that templated video, and we allow you to have a fully customized video. I'm going to show you an example of it so you can see the difference between using our template to something fully customized for you. I love this video. That was 34 seconds. The custom video we're going to do for you at this level is a full 60 seconds. What a great way to explain your services and perceptually put you at such a higher level. A great greeting to your website. Again, really engaging. We work with you on a very short creative brief for you to fill out. The images within that video that we created for Cordova had a great mix of images that we subscribe to, services that we can fill out, but also they included images of their own. A lot of their own staff were included in that, which is also a great thing for a company to include. And I can also tell you as a consumer, I'll spend 30 seconds watching services that are talked about dry needling and acupuncture before I'll ever take 30 seconds and read that as bulleted text. It's also probably the same text that other physiotherapists are using on their website, but how compelling is this video over websites that wouldn't have a video like this? So yeah, a really, really great opportunity for you to perceptually put yourself, but also highlight your key services in an engaging way. So at the level 2 program, not only do we now include a full 60-second custom video for you, we also take a big jump in the duration and impressions. So now we go to 16 weeks on all these programs. And you can see the counts right there, 1.5 million on GDN, a full million on Facebook, 200,000 on Instagram, 10,000 views on YouTube. You know, we're just shy of 3 million impressions plus countless views on YouTube over a 4-month period. Really, really impactful. We've seen a lot of companies right now jumping on this right away so they can start preparing themselves for when their doors fully open and start building that brand. Really, really great program. Lastly, I'll just touch upon this shortly. This is our highest price program. This is level 3. This is our highest price program right now, but it's significantly less expensive than what typically our highest price program is. And we have really, really included some amazing savings and value within this. All the signature and the creative remains the same. We upgrade to that 60-second video, but now we take a significant jump. For an additional $2,500, we go from 4 months to 6 months. This is a 6-month campaign with over 4 million impressions to a very tailored audience. Really, really impactful. If this is something that you can take advantage of and do, this will really position you well in your marketplace as you prepare for your doors to open, and so you can hit the ground running, and then for a great duration after that as well. We have seen some great results for our winners coast to coast who have signed on for this, and of course all the other programs as well. So that's our 5 programs in a nutshell. We have really taken the time to, as we hope you feel, responded well to this, to allow all our winners to continue to participate with us, so there won't be a pause year over year. Especially, we are hoping for long-term relationships with all of you. We are confident that these programs will really separate you from the herd and continue to help you be the consumer choice in your marketplace. Dave and Karen, as I mentioned right at the top, they're a great resource for you. Not only can they will take the time to go through these programs in greater detail to make sure it's the best fit for you, but they have also other information at their fingertips. They work with great staff coast to coast to find out, you know, if you're a winner in a certain category, what's another winner in your category doing in a different market? Maybe a video. If video is something that is of interest to you. You want to see an example of maybe someone in your category. Well, we've probably done one or in a category close to it as well. So really lean on Dave and Karen. That's their role. I always say, you know, Dave and Karen don't work for Consumer Choice Award. They represent Consumer Choice Award. They work for you. And what a great resource you have in Dave and Karen. So everything we've I've shown you is to provide you with the right tools, all those elements of our signature program, but of course, all the things we're doing right now to promote your brand. I hope there's something in here that's a fit or value for you. We greatly value your partnership with us, and we look forward to many, many years in beneficial partnership together. So the next steps, Dave and Karen are going to reach out to you with these programs and the pricing and a time for you guys to set up a time to meet. Everything we're doing right now is through GoToMeeting, so it'll be a virtual meeting. I don't know, and I know this is a St. John's term, the double bubble. I don't know if they apply, but they can. You can double bubble them from their home and in your homes or your office and meet that way. But really, I encourage you to reach out to them. I know they'll be reaching out to you to book a time to go through these programs in greater detail to find the best fit or value for you. So once again, whether you've joined us live or you're watching this as it was recorded and sent to you, thank you. Thank you not only for your time today, but for your continued partnership with Consumer Choice Award. We really pride ourselves on who our winners are. We are fortunate to be aligned with the best companies coast to coast. And we look forward to better days ahead and a great relationship, hopefully for many more years to come. Once again, thank you. Have a great day.